Hey guys, Steve Trowbridge here. So, I said in my last video that I want to address something involving Stetson Hardwick and something that he had done, and now this is going to be that video. So, at this point, this is a few days old, but I just wanted to point out yet another self-contradiction, another form of hypocrisy on Stetson's part. He said in a video, in several videos, but specifically I remember him saying in a video, when he was directly talking about me, saying that I don't believe in democracy, and that I'm basically against free speech, and he's basically said the same thing about, Doom and Damien and Thrash and a few other people that have been involved with this. But yet, it seems like Stetson thinks it's okay to false flag people who he doesn't agree with, or who doesn't hold the same opinions as him, or anyone who gives him criticism. He basically admitted to false flagging one of Ranting Doom Guy's videos, the video entitled A Message to an Asshole. And when Doom Guy basically confronted him about this, Stetson basically said, well, I'm paraphrasing here, but well, it wasn't false flagging, it was hate speech, you shouldn't have said those things about me, or whatever. Better luck next time. Try not voicing opinions that I don't like, and then maybe you won't get false flagged. I mean, that's not verbatim what he said, but that's basically what he said in a nutshell. So, Stetson, I'm just going to say this right now. You don't believe in democracy, and you don't believe in free speech, okay? You believe in censorship. You don't like anyone's opinions who don't agree with your own, and if they don't agree with your own, you believe in censoring them. You're just like every one of these other hardcore leftist SJWs who thinks that hate speech is a thing, and that anyone's opinions that are too extreme deserve to be censored, or deserve to be wiped off the face of the planet. And that's not how democracy works, dumbass. You know, and I know this isn't any surprise to anyone. I know I'm beating a dead horse at this point, but I feel like this is still worth pointing out, okay? You tried to censor Doom, even though you've criticized us for not believing in democracy and for being against free speech and for being against, just everything, basically being against free speech. But yet you turn around and you do this just because you have opinions that Doom has that you don't like. Dude, serious question, do you just smash yourself in the face with a cinder block? Like, every time you reply with one of your stock replies about someone being conservative and trying to prove them wrong, and when it doesn't work, you just be like, fuck, they don't get it. Do you just smash yourself in the head with a cinder block every time it doesn't work? Because that's the only way I can think of why your brain is so fucking messed up and why you're so messed up. Maybe that's why you're all cockeyed. Because every time you can't convince someone of your fucked up opinions, you fucking smash your head in with a brick or a cinder block or whatever, just so you can maybe convince yourself that you can convince these people somehow of your twisted, insane ideas on pedophilia, on rape, on consent, on age, and all these other things. You are a hypocrite. Whether you want to acknowledge it or not, you are a hypocrite. And you are a piece of shit for trying to censor people just because you don't agree with them. Once again, you talk about how you believe in democracy, about how we don't believe in democracy. Trying to censor someone else's opinions just because you don't agree with them is not democracy. It's not freedom of speech. And I got news for you. Just like I told you in the debate, hate speech is free speech. As long as you are not inciting violence against others or another group of people, or as long as you are not blatantly slandering someone, it's free speech. It's free speech. Like I said, you could get onto your camera and you can call me a cancer to humanity. You can call me all these things you said, that I'm a cancer to humanity, that it would be better for humanity if I died. You can say that I'm a conservative. You can call me a bully and that I punish you. You can call me and Doom and Damien terrorists. You can say all that. That's freedom of speech. Yet, if the same language was being directed at you, you would call it hate speech. Fuck off. You don't believe in free speech, you don't believe in democracy, you believe in censorship. Unless the opinions that other people have agrees with yours. Which I got news for you, buddy. You might have some things in common with, with leftists and SJWs, but the second they hear your position on rape and consent, boom, you are right out. You won't fit in with that group, you won't fit in with far leftists, you won't fit in with the far right, you won't fit in anywhere. Because your ideas are twisted. because your ideas universally would be considered messed up and twisted. Whether it be with SJWs or religious fanatics, either way, your ideas are fucking twisted. And I'm sure that, you know, any side would they would pick and choose which ideas they think are twisted, depending on their, you know, independent beliefs. But nonetheless, your ideas universally would be considered twisted. And you haven't made a video for 4 or 5 days. Maybe you finally learned. Maybe you finally learned something. And maybe, you know, from that debate and from these exchanges that you've been having with me and Doom and Damien, maybe you finally learned something and have taken the L and have gone to do some self-reflecting. Or maybe mommy took your computer away. Maybe for the best, but either way. And if you do see this, and you got to smash yourself in the head with a cinder block again just so you can keep on typing your stock replies, just keep in mind, whether you like it or not, just remember this, whether you like it or not, your statements and your opinions are self-contradictory. And the reason I'm calling you a piece of shit is because you don't believe in freedom of speech, you believe in censorship if opinions don't agree with your own. I mean, there's no way you're going to be president, dude. No way you're going to be president, but God forbid if you did become president, holy shit, it would literally become World War III. I mean, people talk about Trump being a threat. If you became president, and it's never going to happen, but if you did become president, you would be an existential threat to this country. You would. And not because you're gay, not because you're trans, but because of the opinions and the beliefs that you hold. Because you believe in censorship. You know, you don't believe in one of the biggest principles of this country, which is freedom of speech. So, that's about all I have to say. And dude, just let me tell you this: you better watch out for who you do this shit to next. I'm not saying me or Doom or Damien or Thrash or anyone else, but sooner or later you're gonna fuck with the wrong person, and you're gonna find yourself on the other side of this thing, buddy. You're gonna find yourself censored, and you're probably not gonna like it very much. And then you're gonna bitch about freedom of speech and stuff. When, oh wait, that's right, you didn't believe in freedom of speech before because you tried to censor someone else. So, Stetson, fuck off.